Good morning, everyone. Myself Santosh Kandare. This is I Division Group 5 from Vishwakarma Institute of Technology. We will discuss about bus arbitration techniques. These are our group member. On our agenda, we have introduction, bus arbitration, types of bus arbitration, DC chaining method, polling or rotating method, fixed priority method, use of bus arbitration, issue of bus arbitration, and last one is references. So let's start with the introduction. In a computer system, multiple devices such as the CPU, memory, and I/O controllers are connected to a common communication pathway known as a bus. When multiple devices try to use this simultaneously, it can lead to data corruption and system instability. To prevent this, a bus arbitration mechanism is used to ensure that only one device has access to the bus at any given time. There are several types of bus arbitration methods, including centralized, decentralized, and distributed arbitration. In centralized arbitration, a single device known as the bus control is responsible for the managing access to the bus. In decentralized arbitration, each device has its own priority level, and the device with the highest priority is given access to the bus. In distributed arbitration, devices compete for access to the bus by sending a request signal and waiting for a grant signal. Bus arbitration refers to the process by which the current bus master access then leaves the control of the bus and passes it to the another bus requesting a processor unit. The controller that has access to a bus at an instance is known as the bus master. A conflict may if a number of DMA controllers or other controllers or processors try to access the common bus at the same time, but access be given to only one of those. Only one processor or controller can be bus master at the same point in a time. To resolve these conflicts, the bus arbitration procedure is implemented to coordinate the activities of all devices requesting memory transfer. The selection of the bus master must take into the account the need of various devices by establishing a priority system for gaining access to the bus. The bus arbiter decides who would become a current bus master.
So next topic is the direct memory address. Direct memory address is typically known as DMA. It is an hardware device that allows the input-output devices to directly access the memory with less participation of the processor. DMA controller needs the same old circuit of an interface to communicate with the CPU and input-output device. So basically we can see the following diagram. In following diagram, how data transfer happen in DMA is shown. So first, data transfer initiated by the start address, the number of words to be transferred in a block, and the direction of the transferring data. The DMA control perform requested to function as soon it receives the information. When the entire block of data transferred, an interrupt signal is sent by the controller to inform the microprocessor that requested operation has been completed. So that's where the data transfer happen in the DMA. So next slide please. So next is the DMA concept in bus arbitration. In the bus arbitration, only one master that can acquire the bus particular time, otherwise it can be causes the problem. So resolve this dispute and organize the activity of the DMA device that are frequently requesting to transfer data. A procedure is known as arbitration is implemented on the computer buses, but the processor and several DMA device may need to use bus at the same time to access the main memory. So
Hello, myself Sujit Kanavade. I am going to explain types of bus arbitrations. So there are two types of bus arbitration. The first one is the centralized bus arbitration and second one is the distributed bus arbitration. In centralized arbitration, a single device known as the bus controller is responsible for managing the access to the bus. In distributed bus arbitration, every device takes part in choosing the new bus. A 4-bit identification number is allocated to each device on the bus. The created ID will decide the device priority. Now we are going to see the methods of centralized bus arbitration. The first method is daisy chaining method. This method is very simple and cheaper method where all the bus masters use the same line for making a bus request. The bus grants signal serially propagate through the each master until it encounters the first one that is requesting access to the bus. Now there are the advantages of daisy chaining method. The first advantage is simplicity and the scalability. The user can add more devices anywhere along with chain up to a certain maximum value. The disadvantages of daisy chaining methods are the value of priority assigned to a device depends on the position of the master bus. The propagation delay arises in this method. If one device fails, the entire system will stop working.
Hello everyone, my name is Anjali Kamenwar. We will see a rotating priority method. As this is one type of centralized bus arbitration process, the controller generates a unique address for each master. The number of address lines needed for the controller depends on the number of the masters in the system. In this method, each device is assigned a priority level and the priority level rotates in a predetermined order. The rotating priority method works by initially assigning the highest priority to the device that has not accessed the word for the longest time. Once the device has accessed the bus, its priority level decreases by the 1 and all others' priority increases by the 1. The advantage of this process is that it does not favor any particular device and the processor, which means it ensures all devices to have the fair chance of accessing the bus. The next advantage of this process is it is quite simple process, and if one device fails, then the entire system will not stop working. The disadvantage of this process is adding the bus masters is quite difficult as it increases the number of the address lines of the circuit.
My name is Omkar Kanadkhetkar. I am roll number 27. So the next is the independent request method. Now in this, each master has a separate pair of bus requests to which bus grant lines are granted, and each pair has a priority assigned to it. The built-in priority decoder within the controller selects the highest priority request and asserts the corresponding bus grant signal. And here is the diagram of an independent request method. The next are the advantages and disadvantages of this method. The advantages is that this method generates a fast response, and disadvantage is that hardware cost is high as large number of control line is required to operate this.
Hello there, my name is Ruchita Kamble and my roll number is 24. So there are several uses of bus arbitration. The bus arbitration ensures the efficient use of resources as multiple devices can access the shared bus without any conflict and data loss. As a device accesses a bus at an instance, it minimizes the data corruption. Bus arbitration supports multiple devices without any conflict and it enables efficient data transfer. It provides the real-time support as bus arbitration allows priority-based access to the bus and have predictable response time. Multiple devices access the bus and the bus arbitration enables the efficient data transfer, which improves the overall system performance. There are many benefits of bus arbitration, but there are various issues which are needed to be addressed, such as system scalability. As the number of devices increases on the bus, the effectiveness of bus mechanism decreases, which leads to the conflicts and delays in data transfer. The single point of failure. In centralized bus arbitration method, if the arbiter performs the required arbitration, if the arbiter fails, the entire system is unable to access the shared bus. If it also increases the system complexity as the additional hardware and software may be required to manage. These are our references, and thank you for watching.